stiff cut on the base of the ramp. So maybe I can push it out a little bit further.
It's pretty smooth. So that's what I would like on her. Yeah, nothing really hard, just nice and smooth.
Well, it was a little bit better again. I think it cost you a little bit. The wheels done were able to rotate up on top of the ski like a flicker out a moment ago. Just under 100 feet, 99 feet on jump number 3 for line. Next scheduled skier now, this is Drake. She'll be followed by Piano Sussex. Top speed skier in the international women, Kennedy Hansen. So we got the next, 6 skiers here that can push this on out.
Zoom in a little bit for you.
So looking forward to do that for sure. As I was mentioning, we do have some schedule changes for the morning. We are starting at 8 o'clock. Slalom finals, not jumping. Slalom finals, all divisions. Trick finals, all divisions. And then junior women and junior men jump preliminaries. The junior women will go first. Then boys and girls, the international boys and girls, will do the jump finals, and then following that, the junior women and junior men will be in the battle in the jump finals. So that's where we are. I'll mention it again to pass that around. Slalom finals, all divisions, 8 o'clock in the morning. So pass that around to anybody, especially those with slalom skis. And I'll mention that probably 2 or 3 more times before we get out of here. Because it's tough when we have situations that kind of, forces us to change schedules, but we need to stay in the know. Right now, on the water, we've got Alyssa Drake. Taking a nice late count on the single counter. Ooh, I really like the way she put that together. Kind of taking a nice
take you back.
It's aggressive and not overdoing anything, and opened up with the best opening jump of today. And I'd be willing to bet that gentleman across the lake is probably her dad. I was not necessarily very crazy about that approach and everything, and she got that ski up pretty high, and might have gotten there a little bit early. When she turned in, I think it was just like Lisa, a little hesitation on that shoulder, man. I think it was too early, so she really wasn't able to drive to the net. And her composure funny on it was fast. You know, put it down basically on the ramp. And it's not a bad business. I think I can push it out past the opening. And again, because she was so composed, I think even though she felt that, perhaps that she went early, she still jumped on right there. And that was your earliest, but her composure on the ramp, took it on out there. So that's a good, second put it together right. I suppose you're going to see a little adjustment right here on jump number 3 and have a more, one turn into attack on the ramp, and so that time she kind of dropped in and maybe realized that she was a little early, and she kind of come up and then dropped in again. But again, she, I think obviously her experience, and she's obviously spending some nice time on the ramp that she just knew how to handle that and maintain as much as she could, still getting a 100-foot jump out of that. Jump number 3. Much better than jump number 2. Oh, yeah. That was, kept that seat actually high and she just progressed. Once she turned into that race with that. Her cuts toward the ramp together as well as she wants to, but when she gets to the point where she's going to, she's not going to have a problem at all on that ramp with the, with that new speed and everything. And I think her confidence level is really, really high.
I expect that out of you, Nora. 60 calorie growth. That is phenomenal. And full load is like, what's the full load? 60 in a good semester. 15.
And talk for just another moment on Alyssa. Her personal best is 108 feet. They still have listed on her bio. So really not that far off of her personal best right now. So again, I think that she's this is early in the season overall for us, and if she gets into the finals, really looking forward to changing up some things. That would be nice. Our jumper now on the water, Tiana Kosek. And a little bit earlier out there on our counter, but that's not a negative thing by any means. Up at night, the one's progressive. Yeah, that could be a nice opener right there. Really get the upper mobility. She really took a lot of speed into that, so that should be a long opener. Yes, definitely putting it out there. The longest opener of the day, 113 feet. And I think there's a whole lot more in there than that right there because, she lost a little bit on the ramp. It was a great cut going into it. Went a little bit forward at the base of the ramp and lost her position, but gained it back, but not quite soon enough to get all the lift that I think she wanted. A nice opener, 113 feet, Tiana. Yeah, we've got to keep that in mind. 113-foot opener, best opener right now, but she's got a potential to push that thing out well past the 120-foot point. Didn't like the way that was going right there. So you got to keep in mind that she's on the semi-final. And, she knows that she's already in, the semifinals. So, she really doesn't have to do anything, really more than that, other than just kind of check out the site. Because that one of the 13, definitely gets her into the finals, without a doubt. So, perhaps she's thinking about that, and might have seen something, if your participation grant that, we were in some speeches here, decided to go around. But right at the last moment. That was kind of nice. She didn't let that go. As you can see how far down, of course, she went. She had some speed at the base of that ramp and let go late. So she took that speed, and so she gets to slide down the lake 150 feet or however far. And that's one of the things that got to keep in mind. So she's generating the speed, which we like to see. Jump number 3 coming up. Tiana Kosek, coming out of the Midwest, Buffalo, Minnesota. Coming to us at 5'9", so she's all in strong. So again, that definitely justifies the fact that she can jump 120 feet or more. And looking forward to watching jump number 3. Strong 3-event skier. She put that one together nicely. Got under the ramp right there and driving hard through it. That could be her longest jump right there. Maybe crush just a touch. I mean, not really a crush, but she really wasn't going to be able to get to her extended. So the jumper really be able to get to the top of that jump and right at the summit with her legs as deep as right at the top. Being that top seed in the finals. She's knocking another nice one out there. That was pretty gentle. That could push it out there just a little bit farther. So with the distance here, today, probably relatively close to the same area. Difficult to tell when get that close. Candy Hanson. Okay, 123 feet one time again. A little bit farther metrically. I think it's at 31.4 or whatever. So she pushed it out a little bit farther in the metric, just didn't jump it up to 124. All right, jump number 3, and she is the top seed in the international women, 15-year-old Kennedy Hansen. Strong 3-eventer. Yeah, she skied mid-35. In slalom earlier today. Yep. Jump number 3 coming up. Kennedy Hansen. Let's see if she does anything different here. Soften up that time. Body position was a little bit stronger up off the top of that ramp. Not sure if that's going to be her longest jump. I really did like her position coming off the jump. Because she was a little bit more forward and she had the speed, perhaps as that first went to, first or second jump. All right, she's back just a touch, I really did like that position off the top of the ramp. If she'd had the speed of jump number 1 and 2, then that would have been by far the longest jump. But she only backs it off about a foot, 122 feet on jump number 3.
Can't change that.
No.
Immediately going into international men. Jumping. Patrico Nova. There it leads. Zachary Butterfield, Jonathan Lutz, Brett Stackpole, Sophia Georgia, Blake Keller, and our top 2 skiers, William and Robert. I understand our first 2 skiers are going to come out at 5 feet, and then after this, increase the ramp height to 5.5.
No, it's to give the skier the same water conditions as what the other skiers
Okay, anybody, as we draw closer and closer to the end of the day, don't get the schedule changed for tomorrow. That's important, especially if you're close here. Don't be late. So right now we're in our international boys jumping. The teacher is going English here. It comes out at a 5-foot ramp, and then they'll bring the ramp up to 5.5. He'll be followed by Garrett Reese, Zach Butterfield, and we'll make our way 1 skier at a time. Our top team skier, we're looking forward to this. We're going to see some big jumps later. With our top team skier, William Roberts, top dog in the preliminaries right now. Awards tradition is one more time, 8 o'clock, finals, all divisions. We saw it immediately on quick final, all divisions. Junior women, junior men jump preliminaries. Boys, international boys and girls jump finals. That's going to be exciting. And then junior women, junior men jump finals. So these junior women and junior men get to jump twice. That's kind of nice. So we get that double tomorrow. All right, we're in International Boys. Patrick Crozor, then immediately to Garrett Reeves, Zach Butterfield, and Jonathan Lutz to be the next two skiers following Patrico. As we make our way to William Roberts, our top seeded skier in the preliminaries. All right, looks like we're getting a little bit of aggression right here on our opener, even though he's going to take the gentle 5-foot ramp. Oh, that's like the way to look on that second weight, but obviously he's a player of steel because he did not waver at all. Thanks to that jump right there. He, obviously his strength really maintained it all the way through. Could be a nice opener right there for our first ski in the International Boys, Patrico. Nice opener, 132 feet on a 5-foot ramp for Patrico. Let's see if he makes any changes on jump number 2 and jump number 3. He really did. He once he got past that wake, and looked like to me he moved a little bit, had some motion right there, but after he locked back into it, he was just like a rock all the way through the jumps and ended up with a nice opener, 132. Round number 2, Patrico. I'm not sure if that's going to be, too nice shot. Much more control on there. It's going to be hard to say if that's going to be a good shot even farther on that one.
I brought all the other ones home.
Watch if you can turn your speaker out this way.
Yeah, would you?
They can hear on the audio. I want to see if that makes sense. Sandy watching that.
Yeah, he pushed that sucker right out there. 29 feet. Nice increase on that right there. This was more gentle going into it and much more controlled. Maybe that threw me off. It wasn't going to be too much farther than that opener, but it did. He pushed it out there another 7 feet, 139 feet.
139 feet. Pico.
That pretty much tells me that he's got the potential to jump 150 feet on a 5-foot ramp, which is nice. Got a light tailwind and jumping, and generally, it's not the favorite thing that jumpers like. But I don't think that our skiers are having much of a problem dealing with it. It's come and go, and it is relatively light. Jump number 3, Patrico. That could be his longest jump right there. Again, very, very much control all the way through, and
What was his first hit?
not overturning.
You say that made a difference? That fix it?
John's up in a couple, right? John's up.
It's supposed to be. I assume Federico is next. And then Garrett Reese, then Zach,
Oh, so he's got a couple.
then Johnny.
Okay, I'm told that that would put you
And
for
then
anyhow.
what? Johnny and Brad Blake.
What's that?
Jonathan, Brett, Blake, Will.
Jonathan, Brett, Tobias, Blake, Will.
Unless he sees Will playing.
I'm sure Will. I would be shocked if he does. Yeah. That's our filmatic.
Okay, that's a little bit of checking in there at the beginning right there. That was Garrett
The answer will always be yes.
jumping at
Unless
5
no is required.
feet. Apparently Patrico will jump next.
People aren't even on the list.
Oh, they're raising him right now?
Just did.
So was Will at the camp with Ryan Dodge a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was good. It was real good. Just a lot of stuff you never.
As I mentioned, with that last skier, as he was putting it together, I said, after that jump number 2, of a 139, I said, this jumper's definitely got the ability to jump 150 feet, and so on jump number 3, he threw that thing out there 40-60 feet, so getting close for that skier. And that was on a 5-foot ramp. I'm thinking they raised the ramp for our next skiers now.
Is that like what Zach Warden did?
Yeah.
And Patrico will jump 5.5, and that's Garrett Reese that jumped, opened up with 132 or 140.
So he told me that he was going to have another
Okay, now we're back to the 5.5-foot jumpers. Patrico Zohar, our jumper now on the water and coming out at 5.5. not liking the way that was coming together right there. I really like the way that he set up on his counter, though. Okay, Patrico passing on jump number one. Not liking the way that was all coming together. But again, I did like the way he put his counter on the 6, and he did. He came in a little bit earlier on that 6. So I think he's going to set this one up and come in just a touch earlier and take this one across the wood right there. And absolutely, oh, nice. Nice. Good position on the ramp, a little bit back, but that's going to be a good opener, basically. Jump number 2 is an opener. Yeah, now jump number 2 on that 5.5 foot ramp, that's 139 feet. Definitely having the ability to now pass that 150 mark right there. Again, a lot of it was just the position as he got onto the ramp. He just really wasn't quite over his skis as much as I think he probably wanted to be. Put it together nice. He might have come in a little bit early compared to that jump number 1 that he felt a little bit late. Looks like he kind of dropped early. I would really like to see him kind of split that distance at that 600, you know, assuming that these conditions are the same. I would probably split that distance where he dropped in, because if I remember correctly, he dropped in right at the 6 on jump number 1. Felt that was a little bit late. I'd like to see him split that distance and then bring that cut to the ramp in just a touch later. And then get over his skis, and I think we'll see something that'll blow out there past that 150 mark. I thought he was rotating really nicely over his jump, but it really didn't finish with it. You know, right there at the end, it looks like he kind of stayed back off the ramp, and I thought that was going to turn into a really nice change to rotating well over the ski on the ramp. And, you know, he just lost the bells right there. But that's backing off. He backed that one off as he was in 126 feet on jump number 3.
Oh, what do you mean? With? Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, it was pretty hot.
Okay, the schedule next, Zach Butterfield. He's involved by Jonathan Lutz, the next 2 skiers are scheduled.
I was going to sit down there and watch.
Off the dock. Remember our top seed, William Roberts. Keep in mind we're jumping on a 5.5 foot ramp. These guys have potential to go in to the 180s, so hold your breath. It's coming.
Oh yeah, it's really exciting watching volleyball. Yeah.
Oh, that jumps. Now keep in mind is about 32 miles an hour, 31.7. I think that's 51 kilometers. Yep, and the judges do agree. You know, we got our judge in the boat, and she communicated with us, telling who our skier is and their boat speed and various other things. And one of the first things that they do after the jumper lands is they call in times, because there are 3 segments. If the jumper lands it and doesn't pass, then there's 3 segments of timing. that has to be reported, and they'll send those times to the scorer, and they have to be within the range, again, which is not an issue with speed control that we've got today. But they have to be the range, and if any of those segments are out of tolerance, then they might have to do it again. But anyhow, here we go. Zach on the water, jump number 1. It's going to be a nice opener. It's going to be a nice opener. He took that real nice and smooth, just all the way to the base of the ramp. A good position on the ramp. It could be the best opener of the day. Okay, not the best opener. Well, actually, it is the best opener by 1 foot, considering Patrico passed on his first jump. That's a 133-foot opener. Garrett jumped to 132 on his opener, and then Garrett moved it on up on his third and final jump to 146. So Zach is looking out there beyond that 146 and 150 mark, and he's going to have to push it out there. If he intends to be in the finals. Keep in mind they're only taking 4 into the finals. So half of the field will be eliminated today. But right now, Zach Butterfield is on the water. Jump number 2 coming up.
Butterfield, jump number 2, in course.
Well, it looks like he probably started about the same place, driving hard to the base of that ramp. Sweet drive. He got that off that second wake right there, and looks like he really got into it to get on, which is key to the great distances here. So definitely expecting that jump to be pushed out well beyond that opening for Zach. Okay, definitely pushing on out there. Not the top length right now, but definitely improved on that 141 feet for jump number 2 for Zachary. Really digging from that second wake in, which made a difference in able to maintain that good position off the ramp relatively. I'll be watching to see if he does anything major here to give him a little better distance on jump number 3. He's got to push it out pretty much past that 150-foot mark if he intends to be in the top 4. All right, Zach Butterfield, jump number 3. Let's see if he moves this thing down. He's got to get out there, hold out there. Oh, it's a nice jump right there. His position on the ramp was a whole lot better. I think his lift was a little bit longer, a little bit more natural. Looking forward to seeing what that distance is. Past that 150-foot mark, he's got to be looking for it.
JC, you should say hi to Sandy when the next year goes by. By the way, Jeff Sims is live.
I'll be in the back right here. I'll be your background.
Okay, he was not able to push that out there to the 150-foot mark and got float. Longest jump of the day so far, 148 feet, and that was jump number 3.
Yeah. 148? Yeah. Oh my heavens. So Garrett Reese did the jump. This would be Johnny.
Yeah. Federico.
We got Johnny Lutz up next. Here's Johnny. Got a special love letter going out to Sandy Roberts from Jeff Roberts. Missing you dearly. Wishing you were here. Love to have you here next time. He sends his love and gratitude and appreciation for all that you do for the family. Love and support goes out to Sandy Roberts.
Right now, not bad. We're down here trying to jump.
He hammered the top of that ramp, and it looked like to me that he went straight up. That's probably going to be the high.
Jonathan Lutz.
Oh, he's not going to ride that one out. That could have been a really nice jump right there. His lift right there, I think he might have had a little bit more speed. His lift on that was a little bit more natural. Yeah, that could have been a nice jump out there. Well, they did give us a distance and back it off a little bit, 150.
150, jump number 2 for John Lutz.
That was pretty nice. I like the way that his lift was a little bit more natural and longer and stayed out there a little bit. But anyway, that's a fall on jump number 2. Working our way now, one skier at a time. Brett Stackpole, our next scheduled skier off the dock, be followed by Tobias. And as we make our way one skier at a time, William Roberts, our top speed skier in the International Boys senior final.
How many more wheels come up?
I think Brett, then Tobias.
What to tell John?
What was the first one? Like 5.
Okay, jump number 3 coming up, Jonathan. I'll probably push it out there. Hopefully past that 1:59. He's going to need those distances. That could be it. Right there, we kind of have a combination here of that speed and that lift. He kicked it off, but again, he had some of that natural lift in there too. Hopefully that's going to be his longest jump of the day. Okay, pushed it out there nicely over that 160-foot point, 161 feet.
161 feet, jump 3, Jonathan Lutz.
161!
Awesome!
Yeah.
Trying to just put it together and combine that massive lift.
Got a PB today out of Jonathan Lutz, 161 feet. Nicely done.
Bit of speed and 161 feet.
Wait, what do you mean?
Thank you very much.
How about that?
How about that? Woo!
That's awesome.
Isn't that great?
That's so awesome.
They ski away and they get a big view of your head.
He threw down the gauntlet there. He says, okay, guys, you're going to have to get it on if you're going to get out there past that 161-foot mark to be in the finals tomorrow. Great jumping right there. That was fun to watch. And even on that cut to the ramp, and let's get that body position right, and pushed out there for the 150. But he's got to go 161 feet or more, or he's not in the final. Jump number 2 coming in right just before the 600. I think you put that a little bit together better. Should be pushing out that pass on that opener. Don't believe it's going to be enough to get out that past that 161, but we'll give you a distance there in just a moment. Wow, that's a nice jump right there as he's moving up closer to our leader right there, adding 15 feet to that opener, 151 feet. Obviously, he can put this thing together. He's going to have to come in a little bit harder. Looked like to me that perhaps he got there a little bit early and kind of came off his dig to the base of the ramp. Lost a little speed there, but still has a nice second jump, 151 feet. He's got 10 more feet to go, and he's got to put it together here on jump number 3. Conditions are absolutely perfect here. What a great day here. It looks like he's coming in on some 600 at the same place, coming up a little bit early on that counter. He's got to push it down just a little bit. He's got to take that through the ramp. Oh, and he did. I think that could be further than
Nice.
that number 2 jump. It's going to be close on that. Not sure if he's going to be able to push that out past that 161 mark. Okay, definitely was not that to get it out past that 161 mark. There was an improvement, and that was a better jump. And you put it together, 153 feet on jump number 3.
153. Brett Stackpole, jump number 3.
You know, right behind our leader a bit, but really depends on the next couple of skiers to determine who is going to go. And you know, so Tobias, Georges, and Blake Keller, along with William Roberts, will have to jump out to assure themselves a spot to 161, but then they cannot, under any case, jump less than 153, or they will not be in the finals tomorrow. It looks like that 153, unofficially, of course, is the number 2 spot. So it all determines on these next 2 or 3 skiers, Tobias and Blake and William. They got to push it out there in excess of 153 to be in the finals. So really exciting to watch this being put together. 3 jumpers to go, and it'll be a wrap for day 1 of the 2018 U.S. Junior Open. And our skier, Tobias Georges, coming out now, coach, maximum boat speed, 31.7. 51 kilometers, if I remember that correctly. Tobias, jump number 1. I really like the way he brought that down on his cut to the ramp. Not sure if that's going to push out past that 161 mark, but that was a nice opener for Tobias right there. Came in late, took up skis. Right there in front of the ramp. Looks like he opened up with a 151-foot jump. A nice opener right there. Not the longest opener. Jonathan Lewis took 159 on his opener, and then moved on up to 161. But a 151 is a nice opener. But again, just behind Brett Stackpole at longest distance of 153. Yeah, that opening distance right there, the passing on jump number 2, he's got to get out there in excess of 153 to be assured a spot in the finals tomorrow.
Tobias Georges. Jump.
All right, jump number 3 coming up, and your pressure's on a little bit here. Knowing he's got to push that out a little bit further than his opener. Tobias has got to jump in excess of 153 to be in the finals absolutely tomorrow. That was nice, and I think he's going to take that away and push that out there past that 152 mark, and he might even be a coming down our seat skiers, and we got to keep in mind these skiers, they also have to jump in excess of 153 feet.
156, Tobias Georges. That was his last
but
jump.
Also keep in mind that we've got potential skier who can push that into the 180 mark, so let's keep that in mind. Currently, our number 2 seed skier is going to make his way down the lake, and it's Blake Keller, and our number 1 seed skier will follow William Roberts.
A rankings list order, so that is the top seed. So for running orders, top seed.
They had a bad video there for a while. That son was driving around.
It's on. It's definitely on.
Blake Keller,
What's on?
31.7. First jump opener.
He's wearing all black. No, John, Brett.
31.7 is the speed. Not speed in the jumping event for international boys.
Yeah, Blake!
Looks like this speed is over here on the shore. All right, keep in mind now, as I mentioned, we got some potential 180-foot jumpers, and apparently Blake can knock it out and has knocked it out in 172-foot range. So, you know, it looks like potentially we could have our longest opening jump right here. Blake Keller on the water. Nice counter, and he is really moving that nicely. Nice turn into the ramp. Oh, didn't like that at all. That looked like to me that his counter and setup to the jump was approaching perfection.
The wind is kind of funky though, like it doesn't seem like it's that.
Well, looking like on that counter right there, and he really dropped into the cut toward the ramp and everything in that upper body position nicely, and really didn't like the way he went through that second wake right there, and obviously he didn't either because he had to go pretty much right away. But you know, he started that jump out very, very nice. So I anticipate that he might back it off just a little bit, maybe even at the 600. And take another look at that ramp from a little bit earlier perspective, so he doesn't have to be thinking about it on that as he passes through the wakes. Lost his upper body position just a little bit, and he said, "This is not the right one for me," so let it go on by. Jump number 2 coming up.
Jump 2, Blake Keller. Pass on the first.
Blake Keller on the water, number 2. Taking an adjustment right there. Not much. Looks like it's about the same. You know, perhaps he really liked the way his counter worked out. And again, I'm really loving the way he's putting that together. That's a big turn right there. Didn't that one either. Let's try it. Because he's putting it together just about pure perfection right there. But you know, now he's kind of up against the wall right here. He's got to jump 153 feet or more to be in the finals tomorrow. So let's see what he does on jump number 3. And he's got a decision to make here. Does he want to go with his potential of what he can do in a 170 or 180 foot range? Or does he want to be in the finals tomorrow you know, with a sweet gentle? So here we go. Blake Keller, jump number 3.
Let's go, Blake!
Okay, jump number 3. He's got some decision that he made earlier. Coming in a little bit earlier right there. Maybe not being quite so aggressive. Let's just see what he does here on jump number 3. Yeah, I'm going to take it a little bit easier right here. Man, he's spending a lot of air time out there. He got there early and took it easy. Let's see if that's going to push that distance out there enough to get past 153.
He needs 53.
Oh boy, when he takes it easy, he just jumps out there about 162 feet. So he is in the finals tomorrow. That was an easy 162. Personal best, he took higher than this, 172. So he wouldn't have to do a whole lot to push it out there. And maybe he runs a little something right there that I can go a little bit easier and put it all together and push it out there really nicely. 162.
He backed it up a ton and like, okay. Quinny's been watching you too much. Bring it down and hope for the best.
And assuming that 162 is the longest distance of the day, I believe, surpassing 161 earlier, which was Mark set.
That is impressive. That is impressive. I actually got to come shake your hand. That is impressive.
Will Roberts up on deck. 31-7
And
is
our
the
down
speed.
to our last jumper of the day. And needless to say, he does not have to jump even in excess of 162 feet, but he does have to jump in excess of 153 feet to be in the finals. But again, we got to keep in mind that our top seed skier here have a potential to jump into the 180s. So we'd love to see him do that, but we'd also love to see him be in the finals tomorrow.
Got a giant fan club going here. Will Roberts. First first jump. All the way from Dow, Illinois. We got father support up in the observer's tower. Getting ready to send it.
And this is our top seed skier. Yeah, it looks like to me that he might be mentally going to take jump number 1 easy. A nice ease into the ramp. Looks like he might be in the finals tomorrow.
Nice.
Nice opener, very controlled all the way, needless to say. Well, needless to say, he's going to be in the finals, and he's going to have the longest jump of this event, the International Boys. 174 feet, 174 feet. I told you we got some skiers that can push that thing into that 180 mark. And got jump number 2 and maybe jump number 3 coming up for William. This is that was a nice open, the strongest opener and the best jump. Not a bad combination.
174. First jump, Will Roberts. Jump number 2.
And it looks like it's going to be just standard operating procedure. William right there just knocking another big jump out there. Very nice, controlled, even landing. Well, it could be just kind of nice. Jump number 2. All right, take it easy. Still in the 170s, 171 feet on jump number 2. Well, needless to say, our finals are now set in stone. We're looking forward to seeing all this action tomorrow.
Jump number 3 coming right up. A lot of consistency here. Top seat jumper.
And notice the wind kicking up. I'm not sure if he's going to be totally aware of that. But that's going to push him down course right here as much as anything. And he didn't really like the way that was coming together, and I can kind of understand that a little bit. And you have to keep in mind that maybe he was aware of the changes that were occurring. The tailwind did kick up a little bit, and I'm sure that he didn't really slow down as he anticipated on number 1 and number too, and I think he was wise to save everything for tomorrow. This is going to be an exciting day tomorrow, without a doubt. And y'all be careful. See you at the banquet this evening.
Yeah. Well, you know, Blake gave us a little bit of
No, we're never done. We got 2 trickery rides. Apparently must have had some video complications. So we got 2 trickery rides, and it's a wrap. And this is going to be exciting because I'm sure they're going to go big. It's 5 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I mean, you got to be seeing the same time tomorrow as you were today. It's tough because I get up before 6, and then they rush me to the starting dock from wherever.
Yes,
It's that JR.